What does it truly mean to be alone? We live in a world that constantly tells us we need to surround ourselves with people to be happy, to feel complete. From the moment we're born, society bombards us with the message that being alone is something to avoid at all costs. Go out and make more friends, they say. You need to find that special someone to share your life with. But what if I told you that being alone is not something to fear or run from, but rather it can be the very key to unlocking your greatest potential and discovering a profound sense of happiness that comes from within? You see, when we're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to get lost in the noise, to let our own inner voice get drowned out by the opinions and expectations of those around us. We start living our lives on autopilot, going through the motions day after day, without ever stopping to ask ourselves what we truly want, what makes our soul come alive. But when we embrace solitude, when we learn to be comfortable in our own company, something magical starts to happen. We begin to hear that inner voice more clearly, that wise part of ourselves that always knows the right path to take. We start to discover our own unique passions and purpose, free from the influence of others. Think about it. When was the last time you truly allowed yourself to be alone with your thoughts, without any distractions or interruptions? In those rare moments of solitude, did you feel a sense of peace wash over you, a deep knowing that everything was exactly as it should be? The truth is, being alone is not something to be feared, but rather is an opportunity for profound growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to get to know ourselves on a deeper level, to confront our own demons and insecurities head-on and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. When we learn to embrace solitude, we start to realize that we are never truly alone. We are always connected to something greater than ourselves, whether we call it God, the universe, or simply the wisdom of our own soul. In those moments of quiet introspection, we tap into a wellspring of inner strength and guidance that is always available to us if only we take the time to listen. But embracing solitude is not always easy. It requires courage, a willingness to step outside our comfort zone and face the unknown. It means letting go of the need for constant validation and approval from others and learning to trust in our own inner wisdom. For many of us, the very thought of being alone can be terrifying. We've been conditioned to believe that we need others to complete us, that without someone by our side, we are somehow less than whole. But what if I told you that the opposite is true? That by learning to be comfortable in your own company, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and a deep sense of fulfillment that can never come from external sources. When we're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, to measure our worth by the standards set by those around us. We start chasing after things that don't truly matter, living our lives according to someone else's definition of success and happiness. But when we learn to be alone, we start to see ourselves through our own eyes rather than the eyes of others. We begin to understand that our worth is not determined by external factors, but rather it comes from within. We start to cultivate a deep sense of self-love and acceptance, knowing that we are enough. This isn't about isolating ourselves from the world or cutting off all social connections. It's about finding a healthy balance, learning to enjoy our own company while still maintaining meaningful relationships with others. It's about recognizing the solitude is not a punishment, but rather a gift that allows us to recharge, reflect, and grow. Think about the last time you accomplished something truly meaningful, something that made your heart sing with joy and pride. Chances are that achievement was the result of countless hours spent alone, pouring your heart and soul into your craft, pushing yourself beyond your perceived limitations. It's in those moments of solitude that we often find our greatest breakthroughs, our most profound insights. When we're alone, we're free from the distractions and noise of the outside world, allowing us to focus all our energy and attention on the task at hand. But being alone isn't just about accomplishing great things or reaching new heights of success. It's also about learning to find joy and contentment in the simple things, in the quiet moments that make up the fabric of our lives. When we learn to be comfortable in our own company, we start to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, the sound of raindrops falling on leaves, the warmth of a cozy blanket on a chilly evening. We begin to find magic in the mundane, recognizing that happiness is not some distant destination to be reached, but rather it's available to us in every moment, if only we take the time to notice. This isn't about becoming a hermit or shutting ourselves off from the world. It's about finding a healthy balance, learning to enjoy our own company while still cultivating meaningful connections with others. It's about recognizing that solitude is not a punishment, but rather a gift that allows us to recharge, reflect, and grow in profound ways. When we're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to get caught up in the drama and chaos of relationships, to let our own needs and desires take a backseat to the demands of those around us. But when we learn to be alone, we start to develop a deeper sense of self-awareness, a clearer understanding of what truly matters to us. We begin to set healthier boundaries, learning to say no to the things that drain our energy and yes to the things that ignite our passion and purpose. We start to attract people and experiences that align with our deepest values, rather than settling for relationships that leave us feeling depleted and unfulfilled. In those moments of solitude, we also have the opportunity to confront our own fears and insecurities, to face the parts of ourselves that we may have been avoiding or denying. It's not always easy to sit with our own thoughts and emotions, to acknowledge the pain or trauma that we may have experienced in the past. But when we have the courage to do so, when we allow ourselves to fully feel and process those difficult experiences, we open ourselves up to a profound sense of healing and transformation. We start to see our own strength and resilience, recognizing that we have the power to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. This isn't about denying or suppressing our emotions, but rather it's about learning to embrace them, to see them as messengers that can guide us towards greater self-awareness and personal growth. When we're alone, we have the space and freedom to fully feel our feelings without the fear of judgment or rejection from others. We can cry, scream, laugh, or dance with wild abandon, knowing that we are safe and supported in our own company. We can explore the depths of our own psyche, uncovering hidden truths and insights that we may have been too afraid to face in the presence of others. And as we do so, as we learn to love and accept ourselves fully, flaws and all, something miraculous starts to happen. We begin to radiate a sense of confidence and self-assurance that is truly magnetic, attracting others who are drawn to our authentic, unapologetic selves. We start to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than neediness or codependency. We learn to love others from a place of wholeness, rather than looking to them to fill some perceived void within ourselves. And in those moments of connection, whether it's with a loved one, a friend, or even a stranger on the street, we experience a depth of intimacy and presence that is truly profound. Because when we've learned to be comfortable in our own company, we're able to show up fully for others without the fear of losing ourselves in the process. So if you're feeling lonely or disconnected, if you're struggling to find your place in the world, know that you are not alone. Know that within you lies a wellspring of wisdom, strength, and resilience that is always available to you, if only you take the time to listen. Start small, carving out just a few minutes each day to sit in silence, to tune into your own inner voice. Take a walk in nature without any distractions or technology and allow yourself to fully immerse in the beauty and wonder of the world around you. Write in a journal, exploring your own thoughts and feelings without censorship or judgment. Engage in a creative pursuit that brings you joy, whether it's painting, writing, or playing music, and allow yourself to get lost in the flow of the moment. And as you do so, as you start to cultivate a deeper relationship with yourself, trust that the universe will conspire to support you in ways that you never could have imagined. Trust that by learning to be alone, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and a profound sense of happiness that comes from within. Because at the end of the day, true happiness is not something that can be found outside of ourselves in the approval or validation of others. It's something that we must cultivate from within through a deep and abiding love and acceptance of ourselves just as we are. Copyright. And as we learn to embrace solitude, as we start to find joy and contentment in our own company, we begin to discover a sense of freedom that is truly liberating. We're no longer bound by the expectations or limitations of others, no longer held back by the fear of judgment or rejection. We start to live life on our own terms, pursuing our passions and purpose with a sense of courage and conviction that comes from deep within. We begin to trust in our own intuition and inner guidance, knowing that we have everything we need to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. This isn't about becoming selfish or self-absorbed, but rather it's about developing a healthy sense of self-love and self-respect. It's about recognizing that we are worthy of our own time and attention, that we deserve to prioritize our own needs and desires. And as we do so, as we start to fill our own cup first, we become better equipped to show up for others in meaningful ways. We're able to give from a place of abundance and generosity rather than a sense of lack or depletion. We start to attract people and experiences that align with our highest good, that support us in our growth and evolution. We begin to build a life that is truly fulfilling, not just on the surface, but deep down in our souls. But embracing solitude is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to face our own discomfort. There will be times when the loneliness feels overwhelming, when the silence feels deafening. There will be moments when we're tempted to reach for distractions or numbing agents, anything to avoid the raw vulnerability of being alone with ourselves. But it's in those moments when we're stripped down to our core that we have the greatest opportunity for transformation and growth. It's in those moments of discomfort that we can choose to lean in, to face our fears head-on and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. It's in those moments of solitude that we can begin to heal the wounds of the past, to forgive ourselves and others for any perceived wrongdoings. And as we do so, as we start to peel back the layers of conditioning and expectation that have been placed upon us, we begin to uncover our own true essence, our own unique brilliance that has been waiting to be expressed all along. We start to see ourselves through the eyes of love and compassion rather than judgment and criticism. We begin to appreciate our own quirks and idiosyncrasies, recognizing that they are what make us special and unique. And as we start to embrace our own imperfections, we become more accepting and tolerant of the imperfections of others. We start to see the humanity in everyone we meet, recognizing that we are all just doing the best we can with what we have. This isn't about lowering our standards or settling for less than we deserve, but rather, it's about developing a sense of compassion and understanding for ourselves and others. It's about recognizing that we are all on our own unique journey, and that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to happiness and fulfillment. So if you're feeling lost or disconnected, if you're struggling to find your place in the world, know that the answer lies within you. Know that by learning to embrace solitude, by cultivating a deep and loving relationship with yourself, you open yourself up to a world of infinite possibility and potential. Start by setting aside just a few minutes each day to be alone with your thoughts without any distractions or interruptions. Find a quiet place where you can sit in silence, whether it's in nature, in your own home, or even in your car. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully arrive in the present moment. Notice any thoughts or emotions that arise without trying to change or judge them. Simply observe them with a sense of curiosity and openness. As you do so, start to tune into your own inner voice, that wise part of yourself that always knows the right path to take. Ask yourself what you truly want, what makes your heart sing with joy and excitement, and then take one small step towards that vision, even if it feels scary or uncomfortable. Trust that by following your own inner guidance, you will be led to exactly where you need to be. Remember, embracing solitude is not about isolating yourself from the world, but rather it's about developing a deeper sense of connection and intimacy with yourself. It's about learning to love and accept yourself fully, flaws and all. And as you do so, as you start to radiate that love and acceptance out into the world, you will naturally attract people and experiences that reflect that same level of positivity and abundance. You will start to build a life that is truly authentic and fulfilling, not just on the surface, but deep down in your soul. So don't be afraid to take that first step to carve out some time each day to be alone with yourself. Trust that by doing so, you are planting the seeds for a life of profound growth, healing, and transformation. And know that you are never truly alone, that there's a vast network of support and guidance available to you at all times. if only you take the time to tune in and listen. Know that by embracing solitude, you open yourself up to a world of infinite possibility and potential, a world where anything is possible if you believe in yourself and trust in the journey. So go forth with courage and conviction, knowing that you have everything you need within you to create a life of profound meaning and purpose. Embrace the beauty and power of solitude and watch as your world begins to transform in ways you never could have imagined. Because at the end of the day, true happiness is not something that can be found outside of ourselves in the approval or validation of others. It's something that we must cultivate from within through a deep and abiding love and acceptance of ourselves just as we are. And when we learn to do that, when we learn to embrace solitude and find joy in our own company, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite abundance and possibility. We start to live life on our own terms, pursuing our passions and purpose with a sense of courage and conviction that is truly unstoppable. So take that first step today and trust that the universe will conspire to support you in ways beyond your wildest dreams. Embrace the power of solitude and watch as your life begins to unfold in miraculous and beautiful ways. And as you begin to embrace solitude, as you start to cultivate a deeper relationship with yourself, you may find that old patterns and beliefs start to fall away. You may find that the things that once brought you comfort or distraction no longer hold the same appeal. This is a natural part of the growth process, a sign that you are evolving and expanding in ways that you never could have imagined. It's a sign that you are starting to align with your own true essence, your own inner wisdom and guidance. And as you do so, as you start to shed the layers of conditioning and expectation that have been placed upon you, you may find that some relationships start to shift and change as well. You may find that some people fall away while others come into your life in unexpected and beautiful ways. This isn't about judging or rejecting others, but rather it's about honoring your own needs and desires. It's about recognizing that not everyone will understand or support your journey, and that's okay. Because the truth is, the only person who needs to understand and support your journey is you. The only person who can truly validate and approve of your choices is you. And as you start to develop that deep sense of self-love and self-acceptance, as you start to trust in your own inner guidance, you will find that the opinions and expectations of others start to matter less and less. You will find that you are able to stand in your own truth, even if it means standing alone. Because when you learn to embrace solitude, when you learn to find joy and fulfillment in your own company, you become a beacon of light for others. You become a living example of what is possible when we have the courage to follow our own path, even if it looks different from everyone else's. And as you start to radiate that light out into the world, as you start to share your own unique gifts and talents, you will naturally attract people and experiences that reflect that same level of positivity and purpose. You will start to build a community of like-minded individuals who support and inspire you to keep growing and evolving. But building that community starts with building a strong foundation within yourself. It starts with taking the time to get to know yourself on a deep and intimate level, to explore your own thoughts and feelings without judgment or expectation. It starts with learning to love and accept yourself fully, even on the days when you feel like a mess. It starts with treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would offer to a beloved friend or family member. And as you do so, as you start to develop that unshakable sense of self-love and self-worth, you will find that your relationships start to reflect that same level of depth and authenticity. You will find that you are able to connect with others from a place of wholeness and abundance. Rather than neediness or lack, you will find that you are able to set healthy boundaries. To communicate your needs and desires with clarity and confidence, you will find that you are able to attract people who value and respect you for who you are, rather than who they want you to be. And as you start to build those meaningful connections, as you start to surround yourself with people who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self, you will find that your capacity for love and compassion starts to expand in ways you never could have imagined. You will find that you're able to hold space for others in their own growth and healing, to offer support and guidance without trying to fix or change them. You will find that you are able to celebrate their successes and mourn their losses, to be a true friend and ally on the journey of life. And as you do so, as you start to cultivate that deep sense of connection and community, you will find that your own sense of purpose and meaning starts to become clear. you will find that you're able to tap into a wellspring of creativity and inspiration that has been waiting to be expressed all along. You may find that you are called to start a new project or pursue a new passion, to take a leap of faith and follow your dreams. You may find that you are called to be of service in some way, to use your unique gifts and talents to make a positive impact on the world. And as you start to align with that sense of purpose, as you start to take action towards your goals and dreams, you will find that the universe starts to conspire in your favor. You will find that opportunities and resources start to flow into your life in unexpected and miraculous ways. But it all starts with taking that first step, with being willing to embrace the unknown and face your fears head on. It starts with learning to be comfortable in your own company, to find joy and fulfillment from within. And as you do so, as you start to cultivate that deep sense of self-love and self-acceptance, you will find that your life starts to transform in ways beyond your wildest dreams. You will find that you're able to create a life that is truly authentic and fulfilling, a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. So don't be afraid to take that leap, to carve out some time each day to be alone with yourself. Don't be afraid to explore the depths of your own psyche, to confront the parts of yourself that you may have been avoiding or denying, because it's in those moments of solitude, in those moments of raw vulnerability and honesty, that you have the greatest opportunity for growth and transformation. It's in those moments that you can begin to heal the wounds of the past, to forgive yourself and others for any perceived wrongdoings. And as you do so, as you start to peel back the layers of conditioning and expectation that have been placed upon you, you will begin to uncover your own true essence, your own unique brilliance that has been waiting to be expressed all along. You will start to see yourself through the eyes of love and compassion, to appreciate your own quirks and idiosyncrasies. You will start to trust in your own inner guidance, to follow the whispers of your soul, even when they lead you down an unfamiliar path. And as you start to align with that sense of purpose and meaning, as you start to take action towards your goals and dreams, you will find that your life starts to unfold in miraculous and beautiful ways. You will find that you're supported by a vast network of love and guidance, that the universe is conspiring in your favor at all times. So take that first step today and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Embrace the beauty and power of solitude and watch as your life begins to transform in ways beyond your wildest dreams. Because true happiness, true fulfillment, true success, it all starts from within. It all starts with learning to love and accept yourself fully, to find joy and peace in your own company. And when you can do that, when you can embrace solitude and cultivate a deep relationship with yourself, you open yourself up to a world of infinite possibility and potential. You become a beacon of light for others, a living example of what is possible when we have the courage to follow our own path. So go forth with courage and conviction, knowing that you have everything you need within you to create a life of profound meaning and purpose. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and trust that it will lead you to exactly where you need to be. Because in the end, the greatest gift you can give yourself and the world is the gift of your own authentic, unapologetic self. The gift of a life lived on your own terms in alignment with your deepest values and aspirations. And when you can do that, when you can embrace solitude and find joy in your own company, you open yourself up to a world of infinite abundance and possibility. You start to live life in full color with a sense of passion and purpose that is truly unstoppable. So as you continue on this journey of self-discovery, as you start to embrace solitude and cultivate a deeper relationship with yourself, remember that you are not alone. Remember that there is a vast network of support and guidance available to you at all times. If only you take the time to tune in and listen. Remember that you are a unique and precious being with gifts and talents that the world needs now more than ever. Remember that you have the power to create a life of profound meaning and purpose, a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. And as you start to align with that sense of purpose, as you start to take action towards your goals and dreams, trust that the universe will provide you with everything you need to succeed. Trust that you will be guided and supported every step of the way, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or unclear. Because the truth is, life is an adventure, a journey of twists and turns and unexpected detours. There will be moments of joy and moments of sorrow, moments of triumph and moments of defeat. But through it all, through the ups and downs and everything in between, you have the power to choose how you respond. You have the power to choose love over fear, abundance over lack, possibility over limitation. And when you could do that, when you can embrace the fullness of who you are and trust in the journey ahead, you open yourself up to a world of magic and miracles. You start to see the beauty and wonder in every moment, to appreciate the simple joys and blessings that surround you. You start to attract people and experiences that reflect your own inner light. That supports you in your growth and evolution. You start to build a life that is truly authentic and fulfilling, a life that allows you to express your unique gifts and talents in service to the world. And as you do so, as you start to shine your light more brightly and fully, you will find that you inspire others to do the same. You will find that you become a catalyst for positive change, a beacon of hope and possibility in a world that so desperately needs it. Because the world needs more people like you, more people who are willing to embrace their own unique brilliance and share it with others. The world needs more people who are willing to stand in their own truth, even if it means standing alone. So as you continue on this journey of self-discovery, as you start to embrace solitude and cultivate a deeper relationship with yourself, know that you are making a difference. Know that you are contributing to the healing and transformation of the world simply by being, and trust that as you do so, as you start to align with your own true essence and purpose. The universe will conspire to support you in ways beyond your wildest dreams. Trust that you will be guided and protected every step of the way, that you will be given everything you need to fulfill your highest potential. So go forth with courage and conviction, knowing that you have the power to create a life of profound meaning and purpose. Embrace the beauty and magic of solitude, and watch as your world begins to transform in miraculous and beautiful ways. And remember, always remember, that you are never truly alone, that there is a vast network of love and support surrounding you at all times, cheering you on and believing in you even when you doubt yourself. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel that love and support flowing through you now. Feel it filling every cell of your being. Feel it lifting you up and carrying you forward on wings of grace and ease. And as you do so, as you start to trust in the journey ahead and embrace the fullness of who you are, know that anything is possible. Know that you have the power to create a life beyond your wildest dreams, a life filled with joy, abundance, and endless possibility. So go forth with an open heart and a curious mind, ready to embrace the adventure of life and all its mystery and wonder. Go forth with the knowledge that you are exactly where you need to be, that every step is taking you closer to your highest truth and purpose. And most of all, go forth with love. Love for yourself, love for others, love for the journey itself. Because in the end, that's what it's all about. It's about learning to love and accept ourselves fully so that we can love and accept others more fully. It's about learning to find joy and peace in our own company so that we can bring more joy and peace to the world around us. It's about learning to embrace the beauty and power of solitude so that we can tap into the infinite well of wisdom and guidance that resides within us. It's about learning to trust in the journey even when the path ahead is uncertain or unclear. And when we can do that, when we can embrace solitude and cultivate a deep and loving relationship with ourselves, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibility and potential. We become a force for good in the world, a beacon of light and inspiration for all those who cross our path. So let us go forth together as a community of solitude seekers and self-love warriors. Let us support and encourage each other on this journey of growth and transformation, knowing that we are never truly alone. Let us remember that every moment of solitude is an opportunity for healing and self-discovery, an opportunity to connect more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. Let us remember that every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth and expansion, an opportunity to become more fully ourselves. And most of all, let us remember that we are all connected, that we are all part of a greater whole, that every act of love and kindness we extend to ourselves ripples out into the world, creating more love and kindness in its wake. So go forth with an open heart and a brave spirit, ready to embrace the beauty and power of solitude. Go forth with the knowledge that you are loved, that you are supported, that you are never truly alone. And trust that as you do so. As you start to align with your own true essence and purpose, the universe will conspire to support you in ways beyond your wildest dreams. Trust that you will be guided and protected every step of the way, that you will be given everything you need to fulfill your highest potential. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel the love and support of the universe flowing through you now. Feel it lifting you up, feel it carrying you forward on wings of grace and ease. And as you step out into the world today, remember that you are a beautiful, powerful, and unique being with gifts and talents that only you can share. Remember that you have the power to create a life of profound meaning and purpose, a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. And remember, always remember, that you are never truly alone, that the power of solitude is always with you, always guiding you, always supporting you on your journey. So embrace it. Embrace the beauty and magic of solitude, and watch as your life unfolds in miraculous and beautiful ways, beyond anything you ever could have imagined. Thank you.